Hello guys, I'm almost done with my day 3 and I've been farming today. I've been farming a lot. I haven't even advanced my atlas that much. I basically just did a couple red maps and filled a bit the spaces because I've been focusing on farming, harvest and ritual. And as you can see, I've already bought everything I need for my ivory swap. I have it all prepared here. I bought the rest of the items. I bought some flasks. I think I already had this, the brutal restraint, I'm not sure. I bought this ring, I bought the fracture version and I crafted on it with essences. And I bought all of that and I put the gems into the sockets. As you can see, I'm only running this as a 4 link because I'm totally out of money right now. I have 1 chaos. I think I farmed around 4 divine and I spent it all buying all of this and I ran absolutely out of money. So I'm gonna be running this as a 4 link for a while. Then I'm gonna change the sockets because I don't think there's anything I can put in this red socket and I don't have this one linked. So for now, I'm gonna do the swap so you can see it and maybe get some info on how to do it and all that stuff. So I have still to respec. Since I have the self-cast version of the build, I'm gonna be swapping to crit and grabbing some nodes around here and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do it right now. There we go. I think we're already respect. I probably did some weird things here. I don't really have a lot of points. And as you can see, I'm completely out of gold and out of regrets. So I did it like this. I'm picking this here. I'm still not gonna be picking this. These are I'm gonna pick in my next couple levels. I'm still level 85. So once I start doing my red maps, I'm gonna grab these levels here. It's gonna be really fast since I'm technically very low level right now. So these levels go up really quick. And as you can see, we have this keystone right here, which is the one that we're gonna convert into the trader. So we're gonna grab the timeless jewel and I'm gonna put it here. And this changes the keystone into the trader, which is gonna allow us to use coruscating elixir. If you've seen my video about the build, you're gonna know about this. I don't know, but this is what we need here. I also picked one that has increased maximum life here, which is really good for our build. It was kind of no, it wasn't actually that expensive. I think it costed me around 50 chaos or something like that. So right now it's not super expensive as it was yesterday in the first day, which was like 3 divine, I think. Now it's around half a div. So I managed to get one with extra life. If you can get one like this, it's really good and it's not that expensive. So now let's go on with the items. This is gonna stay the same since it's energy blade, so it doesn't matter what weapon we have. And I'm gonna swap the rest of the items for the new ones. We start with the gloves. Then these boots that I actually bought, they costed me like, I don't know, like 40 chaos or something. They're really nice. They have decent energy shield, 35% movement speed, and a lot of intelligence. I also grabbed this jewel, which has a bunch of attributes and increased maximum life, which is really nice. This is exactly the kind of jewel we want. Attributes, life, or energy shield. Both work really well. And now, finally, let's put Ivory Tower. There we go. Now, it is time to activate our auras. I actually have a really nice tip for this. Since we don't have mana, we can actually get an aura for free with Eternal Blessing, because this support gives us a free aura with the condition that we cannot use any other auras that reserve mana. And since we're not reserving mana but life, this one is completely free. So with this we get Grace for completely free. Okay, I kind of had to make a decision here between haste and purity of elements. I didn't really calculate the auras that I had. I just put a bunch of auras in, and I'm lacking enough for haste. So I'm going to be running with Purity of Elements because right now we're kind of resistance hungry. With this, I have only half of the resistances I need, but this I hope are going to make the difference once I activate them. There we go. This is really good because we can use our flasks as base resistances since they're always going to be on. And I still need to craft them because I forgot to use the enchantment on them. So right now they just turn off once they run out. But yeah, as you can see, we have all of our life reserved. This is not the exact amount of energy shield we're gonna get since we still haven't turned on our energy blade. We're gonna get like a little bit more than half of this. So I'm gonna turn it on and we get 7k. This is our actual HP pool, which is 7k energy shield. And let's check our damage. Okay, so I actually forgot to change my Ascendancy. Since right now we are running still these Ascendancies, we're gonna have to change this and this for this, and this and this and this for this. So give me 1 second. Here we go. Now that we have this Ascendancy, now we scale crit with our attributes, which I want to show you. We're already at 700 with the change we've made. Actually, I think I forgot to mention that I bought an Astra Mantis. I think I bought it today, or was it yesterday? I'm not sure if I did buy it today. Well, here it is. I bought an Astra Mantis. It was like 80 chaos or something. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Also, this build that I bought has 10% increased attributes plus life, which is really nice. It's not exactly the build that we want, but this was what I could afford at the moment. Later on, we're gonna change for a better build, but those are gonna be multiple divines. So for now, this is what we're gonna be using. So now, with the Ascendancy, our damage has gone up decently. And also we're using Lancing Steel of Spraying to use cast on crit, as you can see. So now I have to go into maps and actually level up all these skills that I just changed because these gems are mostly level 1. So I'm gonna run a couple maps and I'm gonna test the change. Okay, so I went and did some mapping. As you can see, I used that currency that I got to change the sockets on this. Now I can finally use it as a 5 link and not as a 4 link, and it makes a lot of difference. What I put in the slots now is this increased critical strikes, which took me from 62% crit chance to 88% crit chance, which is a great change, because the first maps that I did, I wasn't proccing cast on crit that much and it felt a bit sluggish, but now most of my hits proc it, so now I just jump into a pack, I hit them and they explode basically with blazing salvo and stuff. So now, as you can see, we're sitting at 700 intelligence and strength. We have almost all of our hits critting, and this is something really nice about this. Since we're stacking a lot of percentage evasion rating here with Shaper's Touch and also with this mastery, which gives us 1% increased evasion per 5 intelligence, and we have a lot of intelligence. Just with our base stats, I think actually none of our equipment pieces give us evasion. So just with Grace, we already have 45% evasion chance, which is crazy just for having Grace, since we're also getting it free with Eternal Blessing. So this is a lot of evasion we have for completely free just because we're stacking attributes. So I'm gonna leave you guys with a little bit of gameplay. This is where my day ends with the swap of Ivory Tower, and the build right now feels really nice because we're already quite tanky. I'm doing red maps already and I'm simply not dying. I actually leveled up once and I'm already almost about to level up again. So tomorrow I'm gonna continue finally with the Atlas tree. I'm gonna fill these last red maps. I'm gonna get my 2 stones, and I'm probably gonna start doing an actual farming strategy, because right now I'm still relying on this keystone here, which doesn't allow me to use scarabs. So tomorrow I'm gonna drop that and I'm gonna swap into a scarab farming strategy. So that is it for the day 3. We are finally in the official version of the build with Ivory Tower and all the other stuff. This is our damage right now. This is our energy shield, and this is the flat damage of energy blade. So I'm gonna leave you with some gameplay, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.